And the truth is, the first thing you say after a prospect rejects you determines whether you ever make the sale. Today we're going to talk about what should you say when a prospect rejects you. What should you say when a prospect rejects you? And I'm going to give you 3 angles, 3 responses, and this is really going to help you out, because if you're trying at all, you're going to hear no's. Newsflash, right? I heard plenty of no's. See, maybe you think that when a prospect rejects you, that sale is never ever going to happen. That's not true. A lot of people who rejected me at some point in the sales process ended up buying. How? Let me show you. It's very important to have this distinction, because there is no one answer for, hey, if they say no, say this. There is no one answer. Why? Because your prospects are at different positions. So position is one of the 4 P's that I teach. So position is, where is the prospect? If you are very early on in the conversation, so if you go to someone and you say something along the lines of, hey, would you be open to take a look at how I'm making extra money on social media? Or, hey, I represent a health and wellness company. Would you be open to take a look at what we're doing? Very early on, they say no. That's a different reaction you should have than if they're later in the process. So if they say no and it's early on, build rapport. If you say, hey, would you be open to taking a look at how I help people save on travel? Or, hey, would you be open to taking a look at how I help people with their finances and grow their wealth? But whatever your line is, and early on in the process, they say no, say, okay, no problem. Hey, I see that you're a commercial realtor. How'd you get into that? See, after someone knows what it is that you're after, it's actually very easy to build a rapport. And often, if you go that route, they actually start to like you. And they actually will say, hey, you talked to me about something when we first connected, and what was that thing again? So if it's early on in the sales conversation and they say no, build rapport. If it's later in their conversation, maybe you've said, hey, would you be open to take a look at my device that helps people with healing? And they say, yeah, tell me more about it. And so you tell them a little bit about it. Maybe you even get them on a presentation, and then they tell you no. Well, do you build rapport? No, not there. See, this person has elevated their position toward the close. So they said, yes, I'd be open to learning more. Maybe they even watched your presentation. Your reaction to rejection with that person is different than the person that said no early on. Does this make sense? So just remember, if someone just doesn't show any interest, tells you no right away, build rapport. They're at position 0, build rapport. Don't worry about it. If they're further along, they say they're open to learning more. They even watch a presentation, and then they tell me no. My response is going to be, okay, cool, got it, no problem, not a fit for you. I'm just curious though, what was the number 1 reason you were initially interested? What was the number 1 reason you were initially interested? That question, very powerful. Notice I didn't say, what were all of the reasons you had any interest? I didn't say all of the reasons, the number 1. Because the truth is, in sales, if you can solve the number 1 interest of the prospect, they're most likely going to buy. After they said yes to learning more, after they saw a presentation, and then they tell you no, you say, okay, cool, got it. All right, well, I'm just curious, what was the number 1 reason you were initially interested? Also notice that phrase, initially interested. Initially interested is a very mild phrase. It's very low resistance. It looks like you're just gathering data. It looks like you're just hearing feedback. Actually, that question right there will help you go for the close. Because when I've asked that question, it's never been something crazy. It's always been something that my product or service that I'm representing could actually help with. But you got to ask that question. Wherever they're rejecting you, at whatever stage, early or late, don't just say, okay, well, all right, let me know if anything changes. Don't ever say that. Please don't ever say that. So you either, if it's early on in the process and they're low position, you build rapport. If it's later on, you say, okay, got it. All right, well, I'm just curious, what was the number 1 reason you were initially interested? And they'll tell you. They'll always tell you. They won't say, oh, I don't know, right? They'll always tell you, because we have unlimited access to content, to entertainment, to education. We have unlimited access. If someone expresses interest at some point in the sales process, you want to figure out why. And when you figure out why, you're going to better close that person. Now, there's a third reaction. The third reaction is mental. What should your mental reaction be? Your mental reaction when you get rejection should be, yes, I'm doing the work. Let's get more. It shouldn't be, oh man, I really suck. Oh man, I can't believe it. What am I doing wrong? It should not be that. If you have that reaction, you need to fix that, because if you keep that reaction, you are not designed for entrepreneurship and you're not designed for sales. When you're going out there and getting rejection, hearing no's, it means you're doing the work. Congratulations. So many people have big dreams, but are so afraid of rejection, they never ask anybody. They never hear no's. Like, okay, great, congratulations, here's your trophy. And your trophy is you don't win. You are absolutely winning when you're hearing rejection. It means you're getting over your fears. It means you're being bold. It means you're being courageous. Your mental reaction to rejection, regardless of where it happens, is yes, I'm doing the work. Let's go get some more. There you go, my friends. I hope that was helpful to you. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.